Hey guys, thank you for continuing watching through this. If you haven't seen the past ones where I did all the other things for Minecraft Live, but if you just want to skip ahead, make sure you're just doing the new mob and biome, then this is where you want to be. So I'm super glad to be able to do this because this is really fun. I like going over this sort of stuff, and I hope to do content like this more in the future. Anyways, so let's get into this. This is me and Cosmic's reaction to the Pale Gardens and the Creaking.
And now it's time to reveal our completely new drop, releasing in a few months. The team has been really excited about the idea of adding
This might be the mob
we
from the
created
villager
one
thing.
with its own unique mood and identity.
Yep, it is.
During
What?
daytime, it's quiet,
That's
like
the Pale
almost
Garden.
serene in the new Pale Garden.
Okay, so we are right about it.
I
it's
haven't
a
heard
new
anything about
biome.
this.
While you
It's a
might
new
feel
biome
calm walking
that's
around,
like
I haven't
wood
heard
types.
actually
Look at
anything
There's
about
also-
this. So
Ooh,
this
I like
is
the
yeah.
I like the new wood, and it's actually
something
It's
really
very
is
gray.
not quite right.
I like it.
Then, when darkness falls, you indeed feel another side of this place. Like the hanging moss shifts from being
They've
creepy
taken
to
inspiration
really
from the horror
spooky,
community.
and you realize
I like
that
it.
you're not
That's a
alone.
good go.
There's
People have noticed that
something
before Minecraft. It's really good.
lurking in the shadows.
So it actively hides behind trees.
So
wait.
everything about this biome feels unfamiliar, and this is by design. We want
I
to
want to see
be a
this
bit
mob.
curious.
I want to see it too, but we
and
might not get to
scared.
see
Like,
it
what is this
completely.
place? Why is it so different from everything else? What we needed for the biome is to have like a low visibility, and we've created the pale hanging
That was a
moss for
netherite
this.
axe.
This really inhibits like how much you can see
The
and how
fact that
far
they're
you can
having
see,
diamond-
Netherite
but you can
axe.
still walk through it.
That's a stone axe.
So
but
you're traversing
No,
through the forest,
a different
like,
dude
trying
had
to
a
find
netherite
everything,
axe. I
that's how
swear.
but you
you
don't
know
know what
that
will
this
be
is a bit
behind
somewhat
the
dangerous.
hanging
They
moss.
wouldn't put
Yeah,
themselves in
it
tough gear
gives
unless they
you
were
kind of a
facing tough
strange
things.
feeling when you enter. It's unnaturally quiet and a feeling of something weird's going on here.
I like it already. I'll make a base on it. Let's do it. Can I survive 100 days in the Pale Garden?
I
Oh,
really like
You just
the
make a
ambience
job
of the
world with
new
it
biome.
entirely as
evokes
Pale
really
Garden.
those
yeah,
eerie
again,
and
single
spooky
biome.
feelings.
That, there you go.
Yeah.
Indeed. And turns out there actually is something lurking in the shadows. The Creaking.
Please show
I
it.
want to. Oh, nice. I already like.
It's our first tree-like creature, and it's almost like it's camouflaging in
First.
the Pale Garden.
Keyword
and when
first.
it's dark at night, it's kind of
So
hard
that means
to
there
see
might
it,
be more.
except those like
Oh,
elusive
oh,
eyes.
it's like you
Yeah,
have.
that
If you
also
don't look
interacts
at
with
it.
those trees, which is
Oh,
super
it's a
fun.
weeping angel.
There's a special
Yeah.
new block that it has a connection to.
Oh, it does interact with trees.
When you approach the creaking, you can actually realize that it doesn't take any damage, and when you try to hit it, it points you somewhere in the canopies. That's where basically the creaking heart is, and that's what controls the mob.
Oh.
Oh, that's
One of the main
cool.
themes
This
of
is
the Pale
unique.
Garden
I
and
like that.
its inhabitants
It
is that
shows you
there's
what
a lot
tree
of
it's connected
contrast
to.
from the rest of the world. So when we made the Creaking, we also wanted it to feel unfamiliar and different from other
I
mobs,
like it.
which is why we made it more asymmetric, to really go on this point
Oh,
of like
that's so
being
cool.
different
I
from
like
everything
the
else.
Creaking. That's a cool feature.
The creaking doesn't exist on its own. It's more of like a puppet of the new block, the creaking heart.
So the
Oh, so it's a
Creaking
block.
Heart and its Creaking Puppet really
Silk
comes with a
touch.
new combat challenge or combat mechanic, both in the way that you need to destroy
Oh.
the heart block to actually kill the Creaking, and also
So
of course
going in
that
a
the
biome,
Creaking
this biome
only
is really
moves
dangerous
when
alone.
you
But
look
if you
away.
have other
So,
people with you,
don't
it's
Yep.
really fun.
I really like the sandboxiness of the Creaking Heart. So if I use Silk Touch, you obtain it, and then you can place it
Yeah,
anywhere
Silk
you
Touch.
want in the Minecraft world. So if you want to be as evil as the Creaking Heart itself, you can place it and make your friends really terrified.
I like it
I
already.
like that.
I
To
like that
embrace
too.
the quietness of Minecraft,
I'm waiting
we
for
added
everyone in an
ambient
SCP to be
sounds
like,
for
why
this
is there
biome
creaking
that
in my
only
house?
plays during the night, that comes from the blocks that surrounds you,
I love this.
that will make an even
So
more
we're not
creepier
getting an end
experience
update,
for
but
the
I'm
player.
fine. This
And
is
to
sick.
do that, you need to play
Yeah.
with the silence and the contrast of the silence and the sounds. So to make creaking, I
Should do more
gathered
damage,
a lot
in my
of
opinion.
creaky stuff that will make creaky sounds. Obviously,
Okay.
the biggest thing would be
Also,
to
that person had
wood
a
and
full
twigs
armor set
and
on.
stuff like that,
True.
dead leaves to get rustling. and
So
creaking. But I
it
also
obviously was gonna
salty
look
sticks,
little.
the Swedish snack. I think it's Swedish. And one of the biggest part actually of the sound is my table creaking, dragging against the floor, and also a chair.
Oh, I hear that.
I also recorded teeth. It sounds a bit like bones, maybe, when...
What is
when
this
walking,
pig
so
step
it's-
remix?
What do you mean by teeth?
I like it.
Oh, okay. So we wanted to make the
I
vibe
like it as
gray
well.
to give this very eerie feeling, right? And with this gray
Going into the
tones,
horror, which
a
is
very
really
fitting
nice.
new wood
I
set
like
was
it.
going to be a
Yeah.
white-colored wood set, and this is something that players have been
I
wanting for a long
hope they do
time.
add more tree mobs because they said it's gonna be the
Yeah, I'm
first.
super excited for the pale oak
That's-
wood set, especially that in a lot of
That's
places
nice.
people
I
paint
like
their
that.
fences white. For example,
That would
avoid
go
negative
very well
energy.
with
That would be
spruce, I feel
exciting
like.
for a lot of
Oh,
players
yeah,
to actually
totally.
represent themselves.
Oh, that
You can have like a
looks so
Then
cool.
we also
spruce.
have like the hanging moss.
It makes
and
it
you
feel
can
like
bone
an
wheel
old
it, so it's
time, like an old
renewable.
timey movie.
And so I think like just
a-
bringing it as well.
Yeah, like a black and
Maybe
white
put it in
movie.
a
Yeah, you can
greenhouse.
use
or
that.
things
I feel like though
on
you
the
could
roof,
use like a
wild garden.
spruce shell for your house and then
that
have
would be
that
really
as kind of
fun
like
to
that.
go with it, I think.
Be the inner
Yeah,
walls.
It's
yeah,
also
I
really
like
unique
that.
carpet moss because it also spreads all over the sides of the
Oh,
blocks.
that's so
And that's also
cool.
really great.
That's cool.
Oh, I
We
love
look for a lot
that.
of
That's
inspiration,
awesome. You
so
don't
we've
get
looked at
stuff like
all
that
these kind
often
of
in
different
Minecraft. That's
forests all
awesome,
over the
dude.
world.
That's sick.
The tree that
Yeah.
stood out was like the willow tree, like because it's very hanging. There's a lot of like drapery, and
I
it
see.
feels very eerie. Then we looked at
beautiful
like
at the same
Spanish moss. This was like the inspiration for the pale hanging moss that we've
word,
used in the
that's
biome
insane.
eventually, because this gives this like drapey feeling without being willow trees, and it was a little bit more versatile and flexible to use in the biome, and could also be used as like building blocks.
That is so cool. That was so. That's loud.
Big step
We
jump
are
scare.
super excited to see
Wow, wow, wow,
what
wow.
you do with these new features and the new game drop.
We want to create connections between features
Wow, wow, wow.
because the Minecraft world is an ecosystem and we really want it to feel like that. And
Wow,
the
wow, wow,
creaking
wow.
part and its puppet creaking, it really has a new way of creating this kind of
Wow, wow,
connection.
wow.
So it's gonna be really fun to see
Wow,
you all
wow.
experience.
I feel like that would have been a good
And,
sculpt design
it's
as well.
coming to Snapchat's
Yeah, that's
previews
pretty cool.
and betas very soon. So soon you can all
Like
try
I could
that.
also see that working. It could have worked as another sculk thing.
Villager number 9 here! Sorry for interrupting again, but villager number 15 and I have just escaped from the spooky forest. And I'd just like to state, like I said earlier, that I was right. There is in fact a monster in the woods that looks like wood and sounds like wood. What? That's a lie! You didn't believe that at all! Many didn't believe me. But in my heroic foray into the spooky forest, I, villager number 9,
Villager number 9.
single-handedly discovered the creature that I shall now name the Crunching. It's called a Creaking.
The
I literally
Crunching.
just said its name. Maybe I should go into monster hunting. I'm clearly very good at it. Villager number 9.
I'm
monster
clearly
hunting.
really.
No, no, no.
It's got a nice
no.
ring to it.
No,
Well,
no,
sorry to
wait,
interrupt the show again. Now back to Minecraft.
And I'm Jens, Chief Creative Officer here at Mojang.
Yes, and you did not work on this game.
We all know who
I do
Jens
not.
We
is.
are going to drop you into the game and then just see how you do, yes.
Looking forward to it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the game. We have a bunch of different things we're going to play through. And the first thing we're going to start with is, don't worry, the Pale Garden in the daytime. So Jens and Anna will be the first to start playing. Let's go. Okay. So far, not so pale.
Getting there.
Oh,
And, yeah,
okay.
here we are.
Very
Yeah, so you can
creative.
see why it's called Pale
I
Garden.
noticed
shortly.
that immediately.
Yeah, we wanted to go for a look which is eerie. More
But like,
than,
this is
spooky.
just supposed to be a
We
show
don't
around,
We
so-
didn't want this place to be terrifying, but
Yeah.
we wanted player to feel like there was something wrong, especially when you contrast this with other biomes like the dark forest, right? The dark forest is really similar, but like yeah, it feels like something is wrong here. It make it it become pale. There is all
I do
this
like the
new
new texture
vegetation,
for
so you
the
get the
park. It's
contrast.
nice.
Yeah, I love how it's just all of a sudden you go from this like bright contrasty
add, like, a
world to
really
like
nice-
desaturated as soon as you walk in. Even the sky is like
Yes.
gray.
Yeah. Then there's no
That is
music.
kind of- oh, I didn't
There's
realize that
some
earlier.
eerie sounds playing.
How did you not realize
So
that?
it's
I did not
really
realize
unique
the sky was
atmosphere.
gray. I'm sorry if I don't.
Anna,
look
are
up
you
from
bone
them.
mealing it?
I am.
Oh, they should have added
That's
some
the
like
pale
gray
moss
flowers
is a
and
new
stuff.
family of
Yeah,
moss
that
that
would be
we
a
are
good idea.
adding. So we have the hanging one, but also the block, the carpet,
Or some like
and
forms of like thorn
for this block, we
bushes.
were inspired from the Spanish moss and the white
So,
moss,
like,
and
sweet
we kind
berries,
of
but not
blended them
helpful.
into a
Yes.
unique block.
I
yeah.
feel like builders will really like design their world in super cool ways.
Yeah, especially with the moss carpet is really fun because when you place
Oh,
it,
you can
it
bone
kind of
meal it
gets
to
a
make it
random
go up, so you
configuration
can
and
have
creeps
control
up
over that. That's
to neighboring blocks up to 2 blocks tall.
to increase how
It's
much
really
it
cool. And
spreads
the
up.
new
That's
wood
cool.
set, we're gonna see a whole village built
This
today.
the new
And
wood
it's-
type
it's
is definitely
really
gonna help
nice
for
to have
like
that, white
haunted mansions.
gray color scheme.
Oh, that'd be a good idea.
Okay, let's look at a creaking before we have to take one on because we're in creative mode, so probably a good time to see it up close.
Oh, that's
It
the moss
really-
is like
okay,
up its legs.
You can immediately tell how it will blend in with the
Mm.
trees and the biome.
Oh man, that
Since
does...
right now I'm like,
If
wait.
if you can't see the face, you're probably not gonna be able
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah,
but
the
yeah, like
eyes
from
are what
if
you
you're
need.
not seeing the eyes and the eyes only turn on some occasions, it's really hard to tell where it is. And
Yep.
imagine like this at night, you're in this forest by
I love
yourself,
it 'cause
and
the eyes
you hear
also
some
glow,
noises, and then you start to
which
see a
is
silhouette.
a feature.
I feel like I'm gonna get
in the
jump scared a
distance,
few times
it's,
by this.
I'm
it's-
going
it's,
to love
really
it.
something.
So
Like, I'm
much,
just-
because it's
Uh,
not.
I'm just
Like,
gonna
it's a
look
bit
around and then
differently
see
in,
the eyes,
creative
and then
mode.
just gonna be
In
like a
mode,
shiver.
you can actually
I
kill
love
it.
it.
Instead in survival.
It's like I think it's a.
yeah.
I like it because it's not an
Because it-
annoying
yeah.
Can we
skill. Or
spawn
like,
another
oh
time?
dang, I summoned a warden because you can
Jens,
survive
what
it.
about
Obviously, you just gotta
I
look
think
at
we
it,
both.
Yeah.
which is something nice
Like,
because
on
whenever they do a
command.
jump
Have to
scare,
ask
it's
us
like,
twice.
oh, I just die
Sounds
immediately.
like a cute.
I mean, the warden is like, you're gonna die.
I
Yeah.
think it's really cool how not only is it tree-like, but it also has these like the legs feel like they're roots in the ground.
Yes, yeah, and you like it's actually rooted. You if you try to
I
push
like-
it,
I
you
like
can't
how it,
because it's
like,
rooted in the
curves.
ground. And,
He said push, not
Oh.
kill. Just so
Yeah.
we're
You
all
can't. You can't push it. Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, we really wanted to sell
So
this
when you're
fantasy
looking
this
at
thing,
it,
which
it
is
roots itself into
when
the
it's
ground.
connected
That's
to
kinda
it to the creaking art is invulnerable and it's really part of the block. It's connected to it through roots. You can't move it. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing to look at it here, and when you see the trees behind it, it just blends in
Yeah.
so much,
It's
even with
wild.
its like, even with the moss.
It's a reverse Enderman.
All right, that was
Okay.
me and Cosmic's reaction to most of Minecraft Live. I have another video coming up where we kind of have a after talk conversation about. We're not in the game or anything. We're just kind of talking there, and you get to see the pause screen of Minecraft Live. But this is really something I want to keep doing. And if y'all liked it, remember leave a like, subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an upload. I don't usually do this. Usually I make mods. Go check out that channel with that kind of stuff. Right now I've only really made one mod and it's not even complete. This is more than a year project. I thought I'd be able to get done by the end of the summer. I got like one major update. Anyways, and by the way, there's a rework coming for those who do know about Mortis and want to see more of that, who may be watching this video. And just super glad to be here and super glad that me and Cosmic could make this content together because we don't really get the opportunity to collab so much because it's really hard because he's on console, I'm on PC. I usually do Java. He usually does Bedrock, so it's pretty difficult for us to collab. But it was really nice doing this with him. Shout out to my boy Cosmic. Go check out his channel. He mostly does gaming clips. It's pretty fun. I guess I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day.